Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you can hear and see me at the humbled abode. Oh, my door-in-law was out. This is all getting torn down in the next week or so. We are tearing this all down because we are moving a whole bunch of stuff into here. This morning I just ran with my son about 150 yards of fence. Even in not feeling well, I'm still running and doing things on this damn farm. We had to move a building because Marion County has a certain requirement. Hi, Rob, loud and clear. Perfect. There we go. Has a certain requirement, so we had to have building movers come and move two of our buildings. And oh my God, Tokyo, Funky Bass Fusion. God, I love Japan. God, I love Japan. One of the best places in the world. The culture, the beauty, and Tokyo. Not to get off the subject. So they moved the building, and we had to open up the fence to one of the pastures. So now we had to keep the girls up front. And when we ripped out that fence, we decided to redo the fence. So now we just replaced it. It's all fixed. It's all done, or else I would have streamed about an hour early. Believe it or not, 200 yards fence with my son. We did it in 2 hours. I was pretty impressed with that. Gunpowder Studios. Hi, Rob. Hope you're well. It's UK Games Expo next week. We'll let you know how it goes. Please do. Speaking of which, Gunpowder can attest that I am somebody that always tries to help people. And I am going to talk about this matter this morning, and I wanted to do it live because it kept me up last night. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? And then I am never going to talk about this dumb controversy again, okay? But there are a lot of things and a lot of misconceptions that are going around, and a lot of people selling themselves like politicians, okay? Acting like politicians. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and I fielded a whole bunch of phone calls this week from people I haven't heard from in years. And then, very close friends of mine, where it was just good to get together and talk. And with some of the friends, I just talked. And we didn't bring this mess up. And then other people, we did talk about this mess. And then seeing what everybody's doing, posturing and politically putting themselves in a position. You see, your subscriptions are like votes. Okay? And, some people aren't going to... I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I don't expect you to believe everything I say either, okay? Because I would love for one person to say, don't trust a word I say. Go on your gut instinct, okay? Not one of them do. Because what they are all doing is going, well, our business practices are that we... Why would you have to talk about your business practices if there wasn't something going on? Or you're afraid that they'll uncover something. Okay? Here's the truth of the matter about the individual that caused all this controversy to begin with. Okay? He has not been a very good person. Okay? Because here's some more things that I've learned. And I want you people out there to make your own decisions. Okay? Listen. He's away. There's a marriage going on. And I feel bad that you have to be stressed over your business during something that should be joyous. But you did it yourself. Nobody did this to you. Oh, am I getting already pounded with taxes? Nobody did this to you, but you. And when you climbed up the ladder, you stepped on everybody all the way up. All the way up. Shame on you. Shame on you. Amsterdam is reporting. Welcome here. Okay? Let me tell you some of the things that are going on. And the things that bother me. And why this in a way, you know, either this person reevaluates themselves and does things right. Because the problem is the guy has a lot of talent and didn't need to do what he did. Taking and I've heard this not from one person, but from 4 different people. People waiting for prototypes during a Kickstarter. His video's out and he holds on and won't send them to people until the Kickstarter's done. For more clicks, more votes. More votes. That's all it is. More votes, more views. More views equal more money. Okay? That's dirty. Throwing around, do you know who I am thing. That's dirty. Okay? And then we all know that this thing has gone on. I don't care who gets paid. I don't care how. If you think you're worth something, go out and get it. And people say, well, that it's up to you to figure out whether or not they're telling you the truth or not. Okay? It's up to you. It's up to you to make the decision. That what you should be making a decision is whether or not you're going to buy that game, and do people show you enough of that game where you can make your own decision. Don't worry. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. Take a look at the game. Did they explain enough of it to you that you can get a good feel for it and go, you want to know something? I may want to bring that in. Let me go check another channel. Because I already talked about all the great people that are in this business. Good, honest people that don't do a lot of politicking. But a lot of people that are saying, oh, you know, this guy's dirty, this guy's this guy did this, I'm happy about it, are going in front of the camera now and going, you know, well, as a human being, I really feel for him. And this is an unfortunate situation, and the internet can be mean. Yes, there are a lot of people out there trying to do this to get a lot of clicks and views and attention to their channel. I saw one guy yesterday. It was hysterical. He's only got a couple thousand people that follow him. And all of a sudden, he's an authority on how ethics should be in board gaming. Why don't you try to work hard and get some people under your belt, son? Okay? Everybody's trying to cash in on this. And that's the unfortunate thing. That's the unfortunate thing, is that people are trying to cash in on this. I'm even sick to my stomach even talking about this now. Because you want to know something? You could be looking at me going, yeah, Rob's trying to cash in on this. I'm going to read your things too. Okay? If you had things where you cared about people, if you had things that if you utilized people, hey, I even got, it happened to me, because that little circle there, because there's a little click, some of them have now removed themselves from it. But you want to know something? I had done a video and I was told to hold the video back until a certain date. And they released the video early. Why? To be the first, to get the most clicks, to get the most views, to get the most votes from you. Oh man, I just discovered this channel. They did a great job. Boom, here's my video. That's the kind of dirty stuff. That's why when I've gone on here for such a long time, and I have said that this is a dirty business. But every business is dirty in some way. And now I see people going on, being politicians, saying what they're going to do, how we need reform. It's no different than politics. And I'm neither left nor right, folks. They're both dirty. How'd the Roman Empire fall, folks? Okay? People got lazy. Corruption. Welcome to the modern day Roman Empire. That's what's happening. And, you know, it's a shame, because there's a lot of great people. You know, Gunpowder Studios. They do things the best way that they possibly can. But what happens, folks? A guy like him that should be selling a hell of a lot more games has a tough time. Because how many times maybe somebody would go, well, I'm not even going to pay attention to this game unless you start talking money to me. And does a small publisher have a chance to do that? No. Why do I do what I do? Because I want to help those people. I gave you my reasons and why I do the channel. It wasn't about I'm telling you my business practices. It's, hey, guess what? All you younger guys coming up and see all this and see the money that certain people are making, don't get it in your head. Do this because you love it. Because while some have the chance to make money and some can sell themselves very well politically, then you know something? They do what they got to do. But if you're coming up, make sure you do it for the love of the game or love of helping people. Heck, I've had some people reach out to me that I was actually huge fans of and say, hey, and I don't want to give anything away yet until I do it, because I don't know if they want me to mention their name. But they said, hey, would you take a look at this for me? And I said, of course I would. And it was such an honor. It was such a privilege. I was moved by it, actually, because, a couple of these companies are people that I just admire. The brilliance. I could never even think up half the stuff that people think up. I can never create a game with some of the beauty and some of the things that they do. It's an amazing thing when you see the process of how somebody thinks. I got sent 51st States by Ignacy. God bless him. Thank you so much, Ignacy. And I started going through this. This is a beautiful game. I can't wait to do a video on it. Because you know what? I want to come on here next Sunday, and I don't ever want to talk about this stuff ever again. Whatever happens in this industry, let it happen. Because you want to know something? It's all going to blow over. And people are posturing themselves because they're being very, very careful because they're afraid. And you want to know something? This guy's got 9 lives, and he's going to come out of this okay. Come back, whole bunch of apologies, some great quality videos, and nobody's going to think about it ever again. And then maybe the same nonsense happens 6 months later. Only you'll hear something happen at Gen Con, something will happen here or there, or so forth and so on. Is that what we want? No. Is it that the way it is? Yeah. I love how people go, well, it's a very sticky situation on people getting paid, but we get paid from our patron and this and that. The problem isn't getting paid. The problem is you're getting an absorbent amount of money, and then you're going to people and saying you can't keep your business going. Hey, all you fans that follow me, I need your help or I'm going to drown. I kind of find that, crying wolf a little bit. Okay? Some people call it extortion. I wouldn't call it blackmail. But, some people call it some things. There's no responsibility. I honestly feel it is a matter of youth, maturity, and a lack of caring what other people think. I'm going to read all your things in a minute because this chat is going a bit crazy, but just bear with me. I got to open up and say what I have to say. You see, for me, I don't care. I don't give two shits. Okay? And I have to throw that in there a little bit because I'll be honest with you. If I got blackballed, it wouldn't matter to me. I've got this big old farm. I got all the games in the world, okay? Nobody's going to stop me from buying them. Nobody's going to stop me from making a video. You can say you're not going to watch, then don't watch. Don't watch. Do I want to keep going? What's up?
Hey.
Hold on, we got farm business to talk about. See, this is why I'll never be big, is because, this is unprofessional.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Not much.
Everything all pulled forward?
Yeah.
So it's ready to bring the girls in the back at some point?
Well, I got to clear out all that stuff first. That's what we're going to do.
Like I said, you spread that out, and we get the shade grass seed.
And they'll grow.
Because that's the way my father used to do it. A lot of hay. He used to get bushes and bushes of hay and then cover it all up.
Okay.
And then when it rains in Florida,
It'll grow.
It'll grow by the summer.
Okay.
All right? Giving the boy a little wisdom. Little old man wisdom. And I am old. I'm not like these young kids. These young kids got know every single trick and stuff like that. I couldn't edit the way they do. And listen, editing's a pain in the neck, but it's not like, oh my God, it's such a hard job. No, come on out to the farm, folks. Come on, start lifting 150-pound 12-foot post. Come do that all morning with me. Come on. I'll show you what hard work is for. Then you can donate to the Patreon. Hey, you know what? I'm moving posts for... How many of you move posts? How many of you move concrete? How many of you are digging ditches and holes and working 13, 15, 16 hours a day for a pittance? And praying that you can make your... I've said it before. Make your car payment. Put food on your table. Make sure your kids have everything that you didn't have. And when you finally sit down and you want to watch some videos about a game that, hey, you know what, Friday night or Saturday night, I'm going to sit down with my family because I'm off. I worked a week, I worked 80 hours, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy that game, and we're gonna sit down, we're gonna have family time. Or I'm gonna sit down with my friends, I'm gonna enjoy myself with a beer or something and sit back like every man. I'm going to pay that, $45. I'm going to go to that convention. I'm going to learn about some games and stuff like that. And meet some of the people that I really like. To get away from the world. And now we're going to be all the things that people are trying to get away from. Because it didn't bother me until I saw some of the videos and people smile in front of the camera. And what they said behind the camera and what they said in front of the camera were two different things. It's called self-preservation. It's called, how can I take advantage of this situation? How can I get more votes? How can I protect myself and not say the wrong thing and shove my side gig into the ground? It's such a shame. Instead of people just taking time and caring for one another and talking it out and doing the right thing. Hold on. I think it's worse this week. I saw people, everybody that they possibly could. I saw people doing shorts. Trying whatever they can to get whatever views, whatever attention that they could. Instead of addressing the real issue. Well, we don't do that here. But I'll tell you, it's walking such a fine line, and I feel so badly for it. No, you don't. Because you were telling me how much you hate the guy. How dirty the guy's been. How he's done this and that. You're better off not saying anything. Or as my mom used to say, if you got nothing good to say about somebody, make sure you get it all out and stand by it. You expect me to say the other thing. If you got nothing good to say, just get it out. Say it. But stick by it. Stay on your ground. It's okay not to like people. It's better to like people and be kind to people. I try to be. But there are just some people. Listen, the universe is a very strange thing. We don't understand it. I don't pretend to understand it. Okay, but I will tell you this much. Okay? Whether you believe in the heavens above, or you believe in science, or whatever you believe in, but there is one constant that will always be true, and that is the universe. And the universe consists of a couple of things. Where there is light, there has to be dark, because you cannot have light without darkness, and you cannot have good without bad. And there's good and bad in everything in the universe, folks. In every walk of life. You walk down the street, somebody will smile at you. Okay? You walk down the street a little farther, somebody will look at you and tell you to go F yourself. It's just the universe. It has to be balanced or else it doesn't work. If there was never any good, or if there was never any bad, you wouldn't know the difference between good and bad. And some people just don't know the difference between good and bad. And will do whatever they have to do to get to where they need to be in life. But boy, I'm tired of watching these videos. I'm tired of watching it. I'm tired of talking to this. And now I'm done. And I got it all out. And I hope that you will take a look. I mean, this person keeps falling, but it'll level off. And then it'll turn around and start going back up. And everything will be right back. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. What begins must end. It's just how you get there and how you carry yourself to get there. What are your ethics? Maybe you have no ethics and you're okay with that. That's okay. That's who you are. Stand by it. But if you do all these things that have been done, just admit it. People will forgive you. So yeah, sure did. I wanted all that money. I would do whatever I could to back that person in a corner. Okay, that's honesty. Don't try to spin it some way. Oh yeah, I would hold on to all those games so those other reviewers wouldn't get their videos out so I can get all the clicks. Oh, I would release my thing early. What do I care what the companies think? They're always going to come back. I'm the man. Oh, I'm going to make sure that I get that game and I throw around who I am. Who I am. Do you know who I am? One of the most classic lines ever. And treat people like dirt because I'm on my way up. And I'll treat everybody like crap. But boy, when I get in front of the camera and the lights go on and everything like that. I love you. Oh, God, you got... Oh. Because if you can sell it, people will believe it. P.T. Barnum. Why do you think wrestling has lasted as long as it has? Okay? There's a sucker born every day and a mark that'll fill every seat. Personal issues make money, folks. Personal issues make money. I said it before. I talked about it earlier. And again, my wife starts watching those drama shows. My head swivels every once in a while and goes, did he really say that? Ooh, I got to see how this ends. This ain't going to end well. Cars driving down the street. 100 miles an hour. Hey, did you see... Excuse me, Furfo. Did you see that you got a couple of those water cups out there along that black fence? Why don't you bring them in and get them washed? You're killing me, kid. Because then you start using my cups. And now I'm drinking like a nasty Snapple, which gives me heartburn. Yeah, sometimes you got to push your kid a little bit. Well, you got something to say? You come back in here?
No, I'm sorry.
No, I thought you wanted to throw finally.
No.
Because I'll go with you. You better keep moving. He's a good kid. I give them a hard time. I push them though, because I want them to be good. I want my grandkids to be good. There's enough evil in the world. We can use some good. And let me make something perfectly clear here, folks. Okay? I said it before. I made a video about it. And you know the people I forgot? And God forgive me. Okay? Geek Gamer. I love Deborah. Daniel from Dungeon Dive. There's a couple other people. I can't think of them off the top of my head. There's some War Gamer guys I really like. There's one kid. Oh God, the kid made the sniper game. Ugh. I'll tell you another guy I really like. I don't want to mention it because I don't want to put him out in the forefront. We started talking. What a fascinating human being. I started watching his channel more. I really am touched by people that do this right. It's not me. I do this because I really want to help small business out there. And I bet you a bunch of them that do watch this, put it in the comments. Tell them what I've done. How I try to put people with miniature markets so they can get their games out there and they can sell them. Tell them how I try to do everything I possibly can. Because it makes me feel good. Does that validate me? Does that give me a free pass? No. You should scrutinize me just as much as anybody else. As much as the guy that's in trouble, everybody should be scrutinized and looked at. Because they all sit there and I just couldn't believe it this week. Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. No, we do things this way. And we predicted that this was going to happen. And we did... And that, you know, yeah, we've taken money, but not because of... Everybody wants to win, folks. I don't have a problem with people taking money. But do it for the right things. And make sure that you give everything, your heart, your soul, and everything to help somebody. The only reason I don't take money is I can't do a good enough job. You know why? Because you'll see kitchen equipment in the back. Because we're trying to figure out this studio and how the farm's going to work. I ought to take the camera and show you around here a bit. I mean, there's a lot of work that has to be done here. I don't got enough time in a day. I really don't. But I'm working on it. I'm working on a special project right now that you'll see. And people entrusted in me. And if they tell me not to put it out, I'm not going to put it out until that day. I may even put it out a day late. Because I don't like being called the new guy. All right? I'm never going to go anywhere. All right? The advice I gave you is that you'll be able to put your head on the pillow and sleep at night. That's the advice I gave to you. Don't sit there and make all the weird faces. Okay? Again, I'm going to mention again, sell you. Who are you really? Because we're all different. Are people going to watch you because you're you? Are people going to take to you? Or for all you know, I could be selling you a bunch of bullshit. But you want to know something? I said it before. A lie will eventually catch up with itself. And if I sell you on me being somebody that I'm not, eventually it's going to bite me in the ass. It's going to kick me right in the coleones. Okay? And catch up with me. Do I have faults? Damn well right. Everybody has faults. Everybody out there has faults. There's another thing that killed me. Yeah. But do you have morals? Listen. When I'm off the air here, I swear like a sailor. I'm yelling at my son all the time. You blankety blank. Will you just get the... I'm tough. I don't back up when maybe I should just be a little bit more kinder. But at the heart of things, if you're good to me, am I going to be good to you? I sure am. If you need my help, am I going to pick you up? Even my enemies, as a kid, it was a different time, a different time. Sometimes you would meet with somebody and you would throw, punch each other, and then right afterwards, you talk it out, and that was it. It was over with. That's the way it was growing up. All right, let's get it out of our systems. And then afterwards, heck, even as a teenager. Oh, yeah? You're an ass. No, you're an ass. It was a little rougher what we said. Yeah? No. You think you're this? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's step outside. You throw down. You get out of your system. You went back into the bar. 2 of those, please. 2 root beers, please. And you looked at each other and you said, "You good?" "Yeah, you're good." And then you end up being friends with them. We walked away from that. Now everything's hidden behind a keyboard. Well, you're a jerk, you're an idiot, you're this, that, this, and the other, and I live on the other side of the country, and there ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. I had a kid up in Canada. Kid that I really liked and admired. Run his mouth. Didn't know I was in the chat. I told him, I'm going to be coming to Gen Con, pal. We could settle it then. At some point. One of these years, I'm going to go back there. I'm going to find you. Because you can't help yourself but go. But we're going to settle it out. Even gave him a chance. Try to get a hold of him, email. I go, come on. Come online. We can talk this out. Nope. Hid. Fat kid, too. Real fat. But, okay. Some people want to run their mouth and can't back it up. There's all different types of bullies. And like I said, that's one of my faults. I still think like an old man. Okay? I think I'm from a different generation. And I don't think it translates well in board game lore. But you want to know something, folks? What should happen with this particular individual and some of these other people? This will blow over. But honestly, this person should get hurt so badly. I don't mean physically. I mean monetarily, that maybe that'd be enough for this person to maybe reevaluate themselves and come back and sincerely try to be good and help others. Because I have a circle of some great people in it. And people that I admire. I don't contact them, but the people that I do talk to, we bounce things off each other. We talk. They're so much better than I am. But I enjoy talking to them because I love to hear their passion. This person has a passion for this, or else this person wouldn't be doing it or being as successful. Sure, the giveaways helped a lot, and that's another thing. I've heard horror stories about that, but hell, I can tell you in all honesty, I've had some problems with some giveaways myself. So that one I throw away. Where people were supposed to get things out to people and they didn't. Okay, not a problem. We live and learn. We make mistakes. But this is a constant thing. But there are people that are very passionate about this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. Where else can you play a game about, take Wingspan for instance. Where can you play a game where you can get this feel of nature and the beauty of birds and things like that? And that particular subject touches me very deeply. Reminds me of an aunt I had that met my son for the first time and gave him this bird book because she lived so far away. She didn't meet him till he was like 6 or 7, and knew that he was just so smart and gave him this beautiful book about how to identify birds, because we lived near a forest at the time up in Connecticut. And how that just meant so much to him. And that game reminds me of that, and how we would just go for a walk and he'd have that book and he'd try to pick out the different birds that were native to that area. I mean, just absolute beauty. Somebody had in their mind to do something like that. Somebody give me a chat. I will get down to that part. The chat's so backed up. I just got to finish my thought, and then I'll read everybody's comments like I do. Please bear with me, and then we'll give you a Godzilla if the big G is working. I don't think I changed his batteries. Hopefully it'll work. We just need them for one time. But somebody developed a game like that. Somebody developed games that test you and just suck you in. That's the beauty of what we get to experience in board gaming. We get to, if you know, especially people that are handicapped or something like that and can't go to certain places, people create worlds that they can bring to them. Think about that. I'll never see the Himalayas, but I can play a game and get that feel of the dangers and the beauty and the things. Himalayas. I can never be a samurai, but boy, I can be in this game. Worlds. I'll never go past the atmosphere here. But boy, I could feel like I'm a pilot of a spaceship. I could feel how it felt to land on the moon. I'll never go deep sea diving. But boy, I could feel and get that emotion that it may feel, and that theme of putting on a pressure suit and going down and discovering so much. What other hobby does that, folks? What other hobby does that can pull you in? And there's so much beauty to show everybody. And there's so many wonderful people out there and beautiful people out there that want to show you that world. And we have something like this happen. And people try to politically put themselves in line. You know something? Board game reviewers are just getting a worse and worse name. Every single day this goes by. Everybody's going to forget about that one person that started this whole thing. But how many of these people are you going to be able to trust? When they can sit in front of you and go, oh, well, and they can posture and put themselves in a political spot and save face and go, well, no, that's not what we do here. Well, why do you have to say that? Not unless you got a guilty conscience. Well, I don't want anybody to think that nobody thought that. Everybody's looking that way. Of course, everybody's screaming, oh, well, you know, board game creators. No, sit there, put in the work, and show them that's not the case. Build their trust. If I tell you, hey, you know something? I got a really cool game here. I really like it. But go check everybody else out and see if they feel the same way. There may be somebody that doesn't. And you go, well, yeah, you know what? I agree with that guy. This guy here, I think he just liked the game. It's such a simple formula. And that's why the big guys stay out of all this garbage. And that's why the big guys are right. And that's why the big guys are big guys. Because they do things right. And they have done things right. And people go, oh, no. No, I've been there. I've watched Aldi and know how ethically and morally he is. I've been around Tom. I know how he is. Can he be a little difficult? Sure. But there isn't a guy that I know more that wouldn't do things right. And people gave him the chance to do things wrong. And he turned it down. I seen it. Well, you know, we'll take care of it. And no. He says what he wants, tries to raise what he can, does what he does, and he does it right. That's why he is one of the forefront leaders. He doesn't have to backpedal over anything. Matter of fact, I heard one guy that got himself into hot water one time. He says, well, I'm big enough. It doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want. That was said to me a couple days ago. Well, I'm small enough and I can say whatever I want. I say whatever I want because my entire life, that's all I ever did. If you don't like it, well, tell me when and where. I'll be there. Within reason. You know, plane tickets are expensive nowadays. But I got no problem standing for what I believe in. But I don't have a problem listening either. I mean, you just want to run your mouth. Well, you want to know something? That ain't the right thing. But if you want to say, you know something, I disagree with you, and here's why, but constructively. Here's my viewpoint of it, and here's how I do things. I could sit there and I can go, I could take something from that. All right, well, I really disagree with you, but I see where you're coming from. And I respect how you feel. Then there's no reason to throw down and be stupid. And it is stupid. But there is a way to converse without making funny or belittling people, being kind and saying, I disagree, and not throwing a bunch of snotty big words at times and just saying, listen, I don't disagree. I don't agree with what you're saying, and I'm going to tell you why I feel this way. And then you can make a decision from there. But I would also like to hear your viewpoint to what I have to say. That's how we build bridges, folks. That's how we meet in the middle, or maybe get to the other side and see both sides of the bridge. You build them with kindness, caring, and compassion. We need to do more of that in every walk of life. We'll be better for it. Let's take a look at some of these things. I read Gunpowder. How are you? Jay, what's up? Amsterdam reporting, of course. Neil, good to see you. Who are we talking about here? Or are we not allowed to divulge the identity of the person in question? I think it's all over the internet. I just don't like saying it. I don't like saying it. It's very obvious if you look on the web. Thank you, Neil. Good morning, Rob. Garrett, my boy, super loser. One of the greatest names ever. I'm personally anti-Kickstarter only because, Garrett said this, it's too much like betting with somebody else's money. If your product is good, but put your own money behind it. There's good and bad in that. It's like everything else in the universe. There are people that really need this to kind of get things going, and that have followed through and done a lot of great things. Visited his site years ago, never went back. It was all about the money, and got his subscribers to send him stuff. Yep. That's what it becomes, and it gives the good people bad names, because there are people that do. Should you be compensated for your work? Well, I mean, nobody says you have to create a YouTube channel. No, there's no law that says, well, I play games, so I have to create a YouTube channel and try to be popular. You can create your channel, do what you want, and if you believe that you should be compensated for all the hard work that you've put in, okay. But if you start right off by just going, well, I'm going to make a Patreon, I'm going to make a channel, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get paid for doing board games. It's the wrong way to look at things, folks. It's the wrong way to look at it. If you start a YouTube channel and you believe you have a message and you have something to say as a person, and you believe that you are somebody that can say something differently or have a message, go with that. And if it catches on and you have to put more and more work into it and you feel, well, you know something, I'm putting a lot into this, maybe people believe in it enough to compensate me for it. Well, there you go. Leave it to the people. Let the people make the final decision, because that's what it comes through. Don't try to lead them down a different way. I can only give you my opinion on things. Doesn't mean you should listen to me. Don't. Issue is that some people have forgotten the fun of the hobby and turned it into a business. Kickstarter has just made this even worse. We need more Dice Towers and Paul Grogans who just do live games. Yeah, you know, you want to get a feel for a game? Watch a Rodney, watch a Tom, watch a Paul Grogan, a Rolling Solo, a Liz Davison, who does a lot of live stuff and playthroughs. You're going to feel that game. You're going to get a feel from it if they play it in front of you. But if they're just faking a lot of stuff and half-assing it like I do, don't trust me. No, I plan on getting back to playthroughs. I'm terribly ill, believe it or not, even though I just ran 200 yards of fence. You know, you do, every step is pain, but going beyond the pain. I'm working on some things. I'm turning some corners, and I'm really being aggressive in getting some things done, and hopefully I can point in some right directions. It's all about Kickstarter's not horrible. I never do Kickstarter because I don't like giving anybody my money and waiting 2.5 years. If I wanted to do that, I'd just put it in the bank. I wait for it to come out. If it comes out and it's something I'm still interested in, the game hasn't changed incredibly enough, then I will find it and pay a little extra on eBay, a lot extra on eBay, or I'll write somebody and say, hey, your company came out with this. Is there any way I can buy this? No, we'll send you a review copy. Okay. What's wrong with that? Nothing. You should do the same thing. Everybody starts getting it. If you want that money that you invested, sometimes, and you know, I don't want to kick down Kickstarter either. I mean, if you believe in it enough and it's reputable, you know, CMON or something like that, go for it. Go. Because you know they have a trusted track record. But if it's something you're on the fence about, put that money aside. Add a little bit more to it. Because when that game comes out, you'll find it someplace, and you'll have that money aside anyways. You were going to throw that money in the air. Young people these days don't take responsibility for their actions. Well, and they play victim. Very true, Flint. Flint Fivecoat. Great name. Southstar, how are you? Hi from Indianapolis. Big day in Indianapolis, that's for sure. Shannon, good to see you. It's called Mythic Games because the games are mythical? Yeah, they'll show up. Oh, this thing spun all the way down on me. I'll get to those donations. Thank you so much. Young people. Shannon, everybody's saying hi. Would like for Solomon Kane to get a reprint. I'm on the fence on that one. I heard it was all right. Neil, he has lost 4,000 subscribers who are probably more active ones. Hopefully he reflects. Let's hope so. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but when you step on people all the way up, and this is the thing that people are ignoring, is that there was no regard. There was just a wild, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to do whatever I feel. And I don't care who I hurt along the way. And it, you know, there is a certain respect that you have to have for certain people, people that you don't know, that I really feel should have been taken. And now you're paying for it. And that's the problem. I call it playing the system. Youth. Isn't the dude like 35? Well, dango, let's put it this way. Okay, I'm over 60. That's a baby to me. If I was 35 now, do you know what I'd be doing? Whoo, boy, I wish I was 35. 35, I was just starting to really coming into that old man strength. Or that adult strength. Yeah, 35, I was only benching about 520. Then until my 30s, I hit 600. Young, youth. And let's be honest. Guy 35 nowadays is kind of like a guy 25. The maturity isn't there. The maturity isn't there. I'm sorry. It really isn't. And it shows. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good people. Rob, the Dungeon Crusade game arrived. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shannon. I'm glad everything got there safely. We'll do another auction next week, I promise. I want to give everybody a thing. Little old man wisdom. My brother's in here. Undead Viking videos. Look at this. The hay trick works with grass. You know something? There are very few people that I get a kick out of, and it can make me laugh the way Lance does from Undead Viking. We will cut on each other. We will talk wrestling. We'll gossip like two girls sipping a vanilla soda in a soda shop. That's going back to the 50, folks. But I will tell you this much. I'm very blessed to have that man in my life. And, I'm going to tell you exactly, because I don't lie. I really don't lie. I kept this guy at arm's length, and I think it's because of my insecurities, which means I'm faulted. And I promised him that would change. I really do love Vince. I love Vince McMahon too, even though he looks like Dick Dastardly now with a stupid porn mustache. I do paperwork all day, says Clint. Yeah. It's not easy, is it, Clint? It isn't easy. I believe that Solomon Kane has been sold to Monolith. I'm guessing that they want to do something with it if they were willing to pay for it. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, not the who plays Nazi thing? No. I don't know what the who plays Nazi thing is. I don't understand what that is. Okay, paperwork, so do I. I make games for a living. I'm lucky, I guess. Patrick Garon. Boy, that didn't sound very confident. That could sound cool, but be tough. Toby O'Hara, another great guy. I 100% believe it was all misunderstanding. It's a shame that someone's livelihood could be destroyed based on poorly handled situation. I disagree with you, Toby. All right, and you're a good guy from Shadowborn, because you guys got dragged into this a little bit because they were trying to say, well, dude, that game was in his top 10. Did they pay their way to get that, or this, that, and the other? And I think that was the biggest misconception and junk. It's all the things that have been done through the years that finally accumulated to this one thing. All right? This isn't the first controversy. Okay? This isn't the first thing this particular individual has done. Okay? This is just something that really doesn't look good because of the way it was done. I don't think it was a misunderstanding. I believe that everybody knew exactly what they were doing. Okay? And that's the truth, folks. And you guys who have done things right, okay? You guys who have done things ethically and morally. Hell, you put $100,000 of your own money to make sure the shipment thing, and then you went to everybody and said, hey, can you help us? You've been nothing but great to this channel. Okay? Hell, Toby, you're one of the only people that ever came here. It was at the other house, of course. Now, if you come up to the farm, I think you'll like it a lot better. But you were one of the first people that I ever let in there because I believed in you guys. And I knew you guys did things right. A piece of peace. Don't like the drama. Takes away from gaming. Sure does. And that's why this is it. I'm not talking about this anymore. From now on, it's back to gaming. But Toby, I love you, but I got to disagree with you. I don't believe it was a misunderstanding. There are things that have gone on, and I've been victim of, and other people have told me, without me asking, that this is just total more of what they do and have been able to get rid of, that they've been able to get away with. The problem is you got your hand caught with both fists in the cookie jar this time. No misunderstanding there. Preach it, Rob. It's Sunday morning. You know it. Might be an accident, Toby, but he does push the line hard on occasions, all the time. And you guys didn't know all the prototype baloney. Heck, I didn't even know that. Oh, and I played Oathsworn with my family last night. Still awesome. It is an awesome game. Woo, finally managed to see you live. Hello from Ontario. Great place. Thank you, Neil. Hope you play the whole way through and experience everything. And he's saying hi to Jay. My boy Toby. You're not even mentioning making two opposing... That... whatever. The two opposing videos. That's where it becomes a problem. Is when you held somebody and said, hey, I can redo this one. That's when it's just silly. But even so, it'll go away. It's not the end of the world. It's just, can you be kinder? Can you be nicer to people? Okay? Can you treat your fellow colleagues with some respect? Because you don't. You don't. Maybe your little circle and people will vouch for you because they're afraid you're going to get big, and then they're not going to be able to latch on. Politicians, folks. Politicians. Politics. Personally, I couldn't give a baboon shiny butt. It's between the guy and the company. The one thing I will say, leopard never changed its spot. Well said. Nice. Eric laughs. Jarl of the farm. Yeah, that's my son. Kids nowadays. David Thompson, Sniper Elite. No, oh, doggone it. Oh, Sniper kill confirmed. I think it's War Gamer Fritz that did it. That's a good kid. I like this fella. I like this Rob fella. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Flip side of board game. Oh, tell me that isn't a Mariners hat. Well, Sam Healy, my very good friend, it is a Mariner hat. Okay, and it's old too. Look at it. This thing's seen better day. Hey, you know something? I think I need some of that hay up here and a little grass seed. My wife keeps on telling. Listen to me. I'm going to take my hat off because I'm not ashamed to be bald. I really am. I'm really not. There you go, Sam. Do you feel better now? No. Listen, I'm old. I'm older than dirt. I'm good to see my good friend, Sam. I love Sam. Sam is one of my dearest friends, and we reconnected lately, just talking a bit. It had nothing to do with any of this stuff. It was just, we want to do something together because, I do have a real love for Sam. We were always roommates at cons, and just so respectful of each other. Laugh, have a good time. Always spent time together. It wasn't a bad day with Sam. I never thought of a bad day. I would drive all the way down to Miami just to spend time with Sam. But let's get back to the lettuce. So, see, I took my hat off.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were.
No, that's all right. I took my hat off. Go tell. I was just about to tell them what you tell me all the time. She tells me to spray this stuff like it's going to grow back.
It was growing back.
It wasn't growing back.
Yes, it was. Amanda
Okay.
even said so.
And then she goes, "Oh, just use that shampoo that changes the color of it." So I'm gonna look.
No. That stuff, it doesn't make it look like you're like some.
No, you want me to look like Wayne Newton.
Italian stallion, Frank Stallone. It makes it look natural with your salt and pepper.
I'm gonna look like Wayne Newton now.
No, you would need to have a facelift for that.
I'm gonna look like Wayne Newton. Charcoal black hair. Can you imagine that? No. Just embrace my oldness, woman.
You're not old though.
I am old. Yeah. Keep running. Thank God I married a young wife. Problem is I can't catch her anymore. She's too fast. What else is it? He's going to be wearing a Seahawk hat next. That's right, Sam. Go Hawks. Love my Hawks. You do a fine job, Rob. Kitchen equipment or not. Thank you. Everybody saying hi to Sam, as they should, because Sam is a beautiful man. I cannot stand those ridiculous videos with goofy expressions. Sam, you start making those, I swear to God, I'll fly out there. Hello there, says Chen. Chen, good to see you. Retro. South Star, unfortunately, the exaggerated expressions work to bring in views. They sure do. One piece of advice a store owner gave recently for someone wanting to open a new store was simply be yourself. Good advice. Oh, it sure is. And I say that a lot. But I also want to get to a point here. And I started to tell a story. Cars driving down the road, 100 miles an hour. Okay? Smashes into a pole, into another. The pole hits another car and another car and another car. And meanwhile, there's an old woman in the middle of the road who fainted. Everybody's looking at the train wreck. Nobody looks at the guy that gets up and picks up the old woman and helps her and gets her to an emergency room. Everybody's more focused on the train wreck. Okay? The point I'm trying to make is there are two things that happen here. Okay? Nobody got hurt in the big bad accident. Everybody's just mad and screaming at each other. Everybody's looking at that. But the old woman that fainted because of it, nobody looked at the really kind guy that got up and picked her up and took her and made sure that she was okay and gave her water and helped her home and carried her groceries. But we'll watch the two people fighting because of the stupid accident. Bad gets a lot of noise. Good doesn't get the love it deserves. Rob sometimes says the right things, sometimes not. That's very true. I'm not claiming to be right all the time. Honestly, many of the people today wouldn't survive childhood in the 70s or 80s. No, that's true. But then again, people from the 50s and 60s said the same things about the people from the 70s and 80s. Barney is just the fella to make that. Yeah, Barney, my bull. Cry bullies are too prevalent these days. I agree with that. Retro. Chris Richardson, how are you? Rob, is the taken of the board game world. I will find you. Sam, gotta get ready for the day, brother. Have a good day and don't dwell too much on the drama. No, I'm not. I just wanted to finish this. I got everything out and I feel a lot better because happy Sunday from Brooklyn Mark, $25. Thank you, brother. We owe you Godzilla. Let's give it to you now. I hope you're still here. Sam, I wish you were still here. But I get rambling. Oh, he got it. Brooklyn. My brother. There you go. You got a Godzilla. Congratulations. Mel, how are you? Neil, Matthew Rose, good morning, Rob. We're going to need Godzilla to work twice. Come on, brother. That's 2 in a row. He got the music. Damn. Everybody gets tarred with the same brush. It happens all the time. That's very true. Why I play solo games. Yeah, I agree with you. I won't watch that guy, so what did he say? It sounds like something stupid. Yeah, the apology was as fake as can be. But that's a whole nother thing. Whatever. Board games help you escape reality for a couple of hours. They sure do. Too long to explain, Gary. You need to read about it or watch the drama video. There you go. Got the Aftermath game, KB Zombie. Thank you. I'm glad everything's all right. Can't wait to get it painted. It's a beautiful game. I just wish I got to it. Is this still about those dudes grifting? Yep. Okay. I just had to finish because now people are really trying to get their nose into things and play politicians. Okay. Saw that channel post a response, but don't like the channel, so I didn't watch it. That's a smart way to do things. Great love chat today and love the Mariners hat. Thank you so much. Is it bad that I want to watch Rob throw down? No, that's all right. That's what old guys do. Madeira from Publishers. What's you did game? Hold on. Madeira from Publisher. What's you game did a Kickstarter reprint that was pitched as 99% complete before the pandemic? Finally said it would ship this month and ghosted again. Feel like a Madoff victim. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that. But it does take a chance in this thing. My audience is your marketplace. That line will go down. That line will go down in history. And, that don't bother me because you're just selling yourself. It's all right. But, it's a little bit. I think that sentiment is definitely correct. Both parties were discussing business openly and left saying they'd work together. It wasn't a misunderstanding. Good morning. Good Sunday morning. Thank you, Boardwalk. Jay, Neil. Boardwalk Books and what? The Django. Oathsworn looks cool, but I decided to back Maldium instead of late pledging Oathsworn. There's nothing wrong with that. The quote shows that board games come second behind money. Am I missing something? What chat are you reading? Damn, I came in late. Didn't get a notification for the live stream. Can someone summarize what I missed? Nothing. It's just don't argue with the queen. Oh, we're catching up. Growing old gracefully? No, never. Yul Brenner look. That's right, brother. Yul Brenner was like the coolest bro ever, wasn't he? Damn. There's absolutely no risk of you looking like Wayne Newton. If I dye my hair. No, that's true too. Old Rob, never. My first computer was Stonehenge. That's me. Drama comes, drama goes. Nobody talks about Mythic anymore. That's right. Everybody forgot about that. Spent a lot of money there. Meanwhile, people are out money. Is there another chat? I'm not seeing comments being read out. No, I rambled for a long time. Oathsworn is on the table now, says Jay. It's an amazing, it's terrain pack. It's amazing on the table. It sure is. They're old comments, Mel. Rob is way behind. Rob is trying to catch up. Holy cow. Grow old gracefully. This thing just kicks. You reap what you sow. The old say. But as I get older, I don't believe that is so. I'm here, my man. Brooklyn Mark. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Brooklyn. Battle Systems doesn't require any glue. Oathsworn is just as much effort to set up. I love the game. The Traveling Board Gamer. Starting a game of D100 because of your channel. D100 Space is great. Thanks for the recommendation. Well, you're welcome, my friend. Correction. I just realized you did not remove the video. It is located in the live section. Huh? Okay. Apparently, I live under a rock. What's going on? Hold on here. Am I all caught up? Morning, buddy. Rob in Connecticut. How you doing, Blind Picker? Good. Hope Connecticut as well. If you have not already, you need to try. I was playing Bolt Gun last night. It'll probably work well on your Steam Deck. It is essentially Doom meets 40K. I made this so I know there is glue involved in some stuff. Yeah, some little scatters does require glue. I forgot that. Okay, the Django. Oh, boy, I hope Toby heard what I had to say. And poor Sam, by the time I got the comments, he probably didn't even know I was talking to him. Again, I'm going to say this for the last time. Oh, by the way, Bolt Gun, I played it on the Xbox. And I am just... The game is Doom in the 40K universe. It is so much fun. So much fun. You need to play it. It's a lot of fun. All right. Listen, I said what I had to say. This isn't about this situation as much as everybody politically trying to try to find their little space when behind the scenes they're calling out everybody. And that's what I was trying to say. You know something? Just be honest. Stop trying to make this worse. I hope the gentleman grows up. I hope he learns from this because like Mythic, who really have gotten away with murder, okay? There's been a lot of people just going and jumping on the bandwagon and piling on. And it's true. But was it deserved? You reap what you sow. You really do. You really, really do. Okay? Because this isn't the first incident. This is a whole career of doing the wrong thing. Okay? And the people that are going to stand up for it are the people that are hoping to get something out of it. Me, what do I got to lose? I don't have anything to lose. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not a thing. And my point is, we need to be kinder. We need to be smarter. There are good and bad people in everything. And that's just what it is. So look for the good, folks. Look for the good. I played Adeptus Titanius this morning. What a game. It sure is. Bolt Gun looks great. Yeah, rip and tear by the blood of Syngeus. It's just ultra kill ripoff. It's fun for what it is. I'm having fun with it. What can I tell you? All right, listen. I've been on way too long. It's definitely not an ultra kill ripoff. I didn't play ultra kill, but now you're gonna make me go download ultra kill. I got a really cool Mech Warrior video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to try to go live in the next day or two because I'm off tomorrow, and I'm going to try to do a game live. So I like to do that, and then we've got a very big week. We've got Richard Launius on Wednesday. We got all kinds of videos that I've created, reviews of things that I've gotten in that I absolutely love, and I just can't wait. Millions asking for $1 million to ship one game is still amazing to me. It sure is. But it got forgotten about, didn't it? It's what is called a boomer shooter. Okay. It isn't a ripoff. Oh boy, everybody. Love you, brother. Hope you get yourself sorted. I'm trying. We'll find out. I gotta find. Can somebody help me with a better title for this? What would you call this? Because I called it, I guess we are all in politics now. Lies and more lies. And it kind of sums it up. People trying to cover their butt and trying to say, well, I wasn't involved with this person. and we do things the right way. Is it? I mean, does that fall in? What would you title this video? Rob just rants about nothing? That'd be a good one. Did you do a Godzilla for Southstar? Southstar? Southstar! Thanks, Rob. A prior video, which I believe you removed, you mentioned some tips about upgrading a Switch. Could you mention those again? Upgrading a Switch? No, I talked about upgrading a Steam Deck. And what you do with the Steam Deck, I haven't noticed any kind of difference between the fastest version that they claim, because the SSD card, as well as getting a high grade mini SD card to go into my 64 gig one. And what I would have been able to do is I put a 2 terabyte SSD in there. SD mini card into my Steam Deck, and it runs just as good. It works fantastic. I'm telling you, I'm really loving it. I don't know, there's no slowdown in load times or anything. Really just does a great job. Southstar, thank you so much for the donation. Let's see if we, please give this dude the music. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Rob German came in. I was arguing with the Queen. Bojan, my boy. Poding Peanut. That's a cool name. Jay, Mel, Cohen. The Traveling Board Game. We mentioned him. Let's see if we got everybody. James V. How are you? I like Pondering Peanut's name and suggestion. What did he suggest? I don't like channels which are a work. That's why I watch Rob, who shoots it like it is. Yeah, they make it apparent that they're a work, and that's what this whole thing was about. People making things like a work. All right, that's enough for today. And I am never mentioning this subject again. Okay, I am over it. Just like the Mantic thing, I'm done with it. Okay? I have to look at things a little more clear. I have to look at things where I concentrate about me and the people that are important around me and the people that I like, that I can't wait to see at conventions and stuff like that coming up real soon. I got to worry about my health. I got to worry about this channel because it means something to me. Not because it's going to pay my bills, because it means something to me. And if I make some money along the way, who gives a shit? Okay? If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's as simple as that. This is not the best channel out there. There's 1,000 channels out there that are great. But all these guys that are coming in here, and there's thousands and matter of fact, you go to a convention now. There are more supposed board game creators than there are people that go to the convention. Everybody has a channel now. So it's watered down and pissed on. It's just the way it is. But can you find somebody out there that's the diamond in the rough? Can you find somebody out there that's going to move you and touch you and give you the right things to do? They are out there, folks. Have faith. Have faith. There are good people out there. There are good companies out there. I respect your opinion on the situation, Rob, but I have mixed feelings on this. I can see the business side of which it can be very ugly, but I also can see the ethics and integrity side of it well. Oh, it's very cutthroat and people will step on each other. That's the problem I have on it. If you're good and you rely on the God-given talent and you put in the work, you're going to be fine. Okay? Because the small number of people that do this for a living, It's a very small number compared to the millions and millions of channels that are out there. There's a lot of channels that make a few bucks. I'm not going to lie, I make a few bucks here and there. Fills a gas tank here and there. Okay? Helps. Take the queen out, for dinner if I could. After I get through investing in paints and other stuff or charity and stuff like that. Oh crap, what did I walk into today? Me just cutting a promo. I gotta find out what to call it. All right. Don't mention it until it happens again. Yeah, well, and it will happen again. Nah, you won't find out about it. It's been good chat with you. Thank you, Play. You're genuine, and that's the difference. You guys got to figure out who's genuine and who's snake oiling you. Everyone has greed. It's just what tool do we measure that greed by? Yeah, because the rich, it's never enough. There's never enough. I could see that. Your channel means something to me. If there is a game I am curious about, I always check to see if my old pal Rob has reviewed it first. Well, I usually review it later. You are one of the best. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. But there's a lot of good people out there. Nothing, Pete. I was just saying how all these channels are doing this fake damage control, when behind the scenes they're piling on this guy. I've gotten 1,000 phone calls, okay, and talked to a lot of people in the business, and they're saying one thing and then they're going on and saying another. It's just joke. And I've gotten a lot of people that have reached out and just talk, and we just talk about nothing. I think the politics of this is just ridiculous, and it's stupid. But I'll tell you one thing. Love that Simon. Love that Simon. There isn't a game that I don't love of theirs. Boy, oh boy. I'm getting my model zombies ready. I think I'm going to work on that today. I got a couple secret things I'm working on. I got to film Tabletop Golf Association Championship. I got to film 51 states. I want to do Warline Live. I got a lot of things going on here, bro. Yeah, but I have learned from you, and I'm not crazy about the cult of the new. I get it when I get it. That's the way I feel nowadays. I just sit back and if I can't compete with these young kids, and I don't expect to. I'm an old fart. Past my prime. I've seen better days. Ugh. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. For those of you in America, happy Memorial Day weekend. For those of you in the rest of the world, I'll love you just the same. I really do. Have a great day. Be smart. I hope you learned something today. And we're not talking about this thing ever again. I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. I'm over it. There will never be another word. I don't care if something comes up that is shocking and appalling. I'm not talking about this particular situation anymore. I'm over it. If you live stream tomorrow, I will be here. I am off tomorrow. We met briefly at Gen Con 7 or 8 years ago, and we chatted about nothing. It was nice. Well, thank you, Matthew. Thank you. I like to chat about nothing. Matter of fact, geez, I just spent an hour and 25 minutes talking about nothing. There you go. Love you all. See you soon. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And either tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna stream something. I want to do something. I gotta figure something out though. So we'll take it from there. Till next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.